Another Sunday, another walk through the garden. Today is June 8th and it's about 6 o'clock. I finally finished everything for the day. Still a few things left to do, but I'm gonna give it up for today and start enjoying the garden a little bit. I did actually in the middle of the day set the alarm clock for 15 minutes and just made myself a third coffee and just sat down next to the fountain and enjoyed the sounds of the water. Dozed off a few times. I swear that 15 minutes seemed like a couple of hours. I love this sound. The pansies are doing so well over here. I'm really happy that I planted them. My love's favorite flowers. And I knew any other spot probably would not do, other than maybe somewhere in the shady corner over there, but they take the stage over here and they are loving it. And even this petunia, I never put anything, well, I tried a few times to put stuff in plants in those the birds planter, and nothing ever survives because it's got no drainage, and petunia is doing okay. I almost wish I had another one in there, but I guess she will fill in. It seems very tight here, but that's because this chair needs to be pushed back, but I have that planter in the back, so for now it has to stay like that. Once the planter gets moved to the side of the shed, then we'll be able to push back the chair and it won't be so tight, I guess. But these geraniums over here are doing well as well, and it's just such a peaceful place. We were sitting here yesterday with Ronnie and Mooney, and it was so much fun to just hang out next to the water flowing. All right, let's start from the beginning because I just wasted a couple minutes rambling. Everything here is growing nicely. The sweet potato vine is really bushing out. These petunias smell divine. I wish I could bottle this scent because it's just unbelievable. Just a little plant here. I think I got two of them only. Like, I think that's one and that's the other one. It's not like doubled or anything like that. And literally I can smell it. Today's a hot day, and as I'm walking into the kitchen I can smell it, and it beats the smell of the lilac. I don't know how to shade here. It beats the smell, because other than that the whole garden smells like this lilac, which is unbelievable. And then you get closer here and all you can smell is those two petunias. Unbelievable. Very happy with them. It's another reason why I always, because the purple ones also smell, but these double flowers, whatever they're called, double petal, oh, just divine. Anyway, very, very nice. We have seeds growing in these pots, and I'm pretty sure those are zinnias. And then some popped up here because of course I put a bunch of seeds and I forgot what I did, but that must be zinnias as well. The trees are doing well. They're nice and bushy. I cannot believe it's the third year that I have them, so very happy. And this geranium, my standard, is starting to bloom, and I love this color so much. I have to be careful how we open this window. But can't wait. There's more blooms coming, and I remember last year there were blooms all over on all sides and it just looks so pretty. There's two more here, so this is the spot for her. And then here, same story, my giant geranium and more petunias and sweet potato vine. Cannas are doing well. I'm still keeping this geranium here. I was just looking at how the geraniums grow these flower heads. It just looks so cool when it's just about to open up. Anyway, more zinnias here. Oh, I believe that's just weed. All right, anyway, calendulas, they're starting to grow and do better. I think this is a lissome, and I honestly don't know, but I think some type of zinnia as well. Oh yeah, okay, so let's go over here. I finished the path, So my next job throughout this week is gonna be start seeding all of the grass over there, and I think I'm just gonna section it off for the dogs not to be able to walk all the way to the fence. Hi baby. Okay, let's ignore mommy. It's okay. Let's ignore mommy. Yeah, so that's gonna be jobs for this week. For all the weekdays, I'll just start tackling the grass here. This begonia, I love it. Almost looks like it's fake. I don't know. I just love it. I always have to have at least one begonia. Oh my goodness, we're having a very tired day because we ran off leash and we dug holes, and it was so wonderful in the morning. And now we need to rest all day. Also, to my surprise, like I knew this guy was gonna, I think this is the verbena. I knew this guy was gonna be alive, but I had no idea that this guy would come back to life as well. So that's awesome. We have some creeping Jenny here, creeping around, and nasturtium, and I planted one of the spider plants here. I was going to cut this branch so that the peony has a little bit more light, but then I'm like, I don't know. Let it be all wispy and stuff. So I think next week for sure we're gonna have some blooms on this peony. I thought maybe this week, but like at least these two are ready to pop any day now. All my hanging plants are doing well. I think I have some ants in this pot. Oh my god, what is that? Is that a dragon? I don't even know what that is. What is that? Over there. I don't know, but it's gross. Okay, anyway. I have some stuff germinating here, and I'm pretty sure I have some zinnias and cosmos. We'll see. Anyway, this nasturtium is doing well. Impatiens, that's right. Impatiens here, and my royal purple alyssum have germinated, so just like last year, but like way less. So hopefully they're going to be like, it was bushy last year, but you could tell that it was overseeded because each plant was quite small. So let's see if we can get any better this year. All of these pots of dirt are here only because I needed to put it, like all the dirt that I was digging up for the pavers to go in, so that's what the dirt is. So what I'm thinking of doing is using these pots and put them in a dead corner against the wall, the fence over there, and all my volunteer sunflowers that are here still. So I think I'll put them in those pots, and then they'll just be living their life in that sunny corner by the fence. So I think that's the plan. Anyway, yeah, these peas, there's only 6 plants here. 6 or 12? How did I do this? No, I don't remember. But there are 2 kinds and just a few plants, and it's getting bushy. And then I noticed that birds were attacking, eating. You can see even on that leaf over there, it's kind of chewed up. So I'm protecting my peas here, and then I also those sweet peas over there as well. So birds are hungry this year, I guess. So another one of my giant geraniums, which I'm super happy about. Yeah, like these flower heads look so cool. Anyway, Dahlia is taking a breather right now for a little bit, and I have some volunteer sunflowers for now. I'm keeping it. I'm probably gonna end up pulling them. Oh, and then sorry, Sarah, I'm just gonna stay here. So I repotted these cuttings of my hydrangea, and I can see this one is doing good, that one is doing good. These ones are a no-go. Maybe this one, it's still kind of green on the bottom, and then this one's on the fence whether it wants to live or die. So yeah, I had more like last year, but even if I have 3 or 2, that would be great. I'm just gonna give them to my sister-in-law for her new backyard, so That would be great. And then these are bachelor buttons and white alyssum in these 2 pots, and they're gonna go to the front once they get a little bit bigger and bushier. And then my herbs from this end, the basil is doing well, and I have way more peppered all throughout. And marigolds are all over the place. And I put some radish seeds, I put some all kinds of seeds actually this week. So again, like once it all starts growing, this raised bed is gonna look amazing. So we finally started having some really decent, oh, so magical. I don't know if that shows on the video, but the fuzz from the trees, kind of, as much as it's a nuisance because it, like right now it's plugged up my fountain over here, it just does look so pretty. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, so let's just move along. So the raspberries, we're gonna have a ton as usual. Can't wait for those. They're all over the place. The beets are doing okay. Some of the leaves are being eaten by stuff, so I try to, I know it's those, whatever they're called, like this stuff. It's like eggs of whatever. And you gotta be there. I just did it this morning. You gotta be on top of it or they're gonna eat your leaves. Poor guys. Really trying to grow some beets this year because it didn't do so well last year. The bag of chamomile over there, I don't know how much it shows, but it's starting to green up because there's quite a few of them. I think they're starting to pop now nicely. And the tomatoes are getting, oh, this flying stuff is everywhere. Tomatoes are doing well. Those beets are doing well too, other than being eaten a little bit. My peppers are starting to like really green up finally, so that's great. What else? Onions here. Hey, there's a wasp here. There's a wasp. It's freaking me out. Okay, you go. You don't need to attack me. The avocado's doing well. It's gonna have another flush of leaves. Can't wait. Tomatoes are getting bigger here. I finally planted these 2 last pots, and so I did zucchini in both of these, and then zucchini and the golden wax beans in this bag, because I do have beans over here. That's the new kind that I'm excited to try. Beans Romano number 2 bush. And then from last year I have some sort of green bean over here, but I didn't grow the golden wax from last year, so that's what this bag is with the zucchinis, because it was so much fun to do breaded zucchini sticks and breaded beans and green tomatoes, and just like do a fry of that whenever we had enough for that, like at the end of last summer. So I cannot wait. And actually my zucchinis, looks like I'm gonna have 2 flowers, and one of them is female and one of them is male. Yay! And there's actually quite a few more hiding in here. I had to cut off 2 leaves off of this one because it's starting to get discolored, and I'm worried I don't want it to. So this is the dark green. The other 2 are doing fine. Each bag has a different zucchini. So what I did, I think I planted dark green in here, but then the other 2 also, just so I have like as a replacement or a backup in case I have some issues with the powdery mildew or whatnot over there. What else? The mangoes are doing good, and it looks like they're fleshing out new leaves as well. Soon I'm gonna repot them once again, but I'm gonna wait for those new leaves to grow a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, so I did these guys today. Last year, I remember every time I was doing the garden tour, I was saying that I was gonna plant something for the center of the table, and I never got around to it. There was always other things in the garden. So today I made sure that I'm doing it. And I just took cuttings of all my other succulents and then I put it in these pots, and I thought the colors with the blue umbrella, and a lot of these succulents are kind of like a bluish tint green, so I think it looks cute. I was actually deliberating whether I should get those center patio table planters that, like, it's two pieces and they get put together and there's like a hole for like the umbrella, whatever, in a planter. So I was gonna do that, but then I'm like, I have so many cute little pots, and especially this guy here with a little heart. I think it's cute. If it makes me happy, it stays. I have a bunch of strawberries growing over there, and again more basil and more mint and cilantro and dill and parsley and more stuff seeded, and ton of green onions I've been cutting for scrambled eggs and stuff. And I have thyme and more marigolds and all of that, and more sunflower volunteers. And these three are doing good. We had some crazy winds here, and then Silo was wagging his tail and he knocked a few leaves, but they're doing good. Eventually, once they kind of get too big, they're going on the side of the shed, just like last year. And these guys are doing good too. And I wonder if I should just sacrifice this guy or maybe transplant him somewhere else. And yay, my amaranth is actually growing here, because the other guys that I started earlier not doing so well, but I'm gonna have at least, this one's not doing too bad either. It's growing true leaves here. So yeah, this is all amaranth. I don't know why I keep calling it amaranthus, and that's even what I wrote here, but it's amaranth. And the Munchkin sunflowers, 3 pots. And I also started 2 new cucumber pots just to have as replacement, but these guys are doing so well, and it looks like there's gonna be so many fruit on here. So I'm very excited about that. And then some more peppers and stuff left over. I don't have the heart to throw them away, so until they actually die on their own, they're staying here, and if they grow big enough, then I'll plant them somewhere. So they need to be survivors. See, these beans are coming up. I don't know if it's my soil. No, I guess these guys are growing better than the other ones. Anywho. And then these peppers, I know they have like buds, especially that one is doing really good. But they're all flushing out new dark green leaves, so I'm happy about that. And even the little guys are doing good too. I have to give everything a really good drink of water. Okay, so I'm gonna move the seed so I can get in there. Because I did want to show, it looks like I'm very close to having potato blooms, flowers, which means soon we're gonna be enjoying, where I saw more here, which means soon we're gonna be enjoying new potatoes. And these onions are doing good as well over here. I need to do a better job of holding the camera in these walkthroughs. So these are the other beans. These guys are about to, well, they're flowering now, or the flowers are gonna open. I'm not sure how it works, but yeah, I'm gonna have beans here. And then I love this red color here. I was like regretting putting this orange Gerbera daisy here, and now with this red, oh my god, I didn't put this like that, like it's just growing like this into a bouquet. Honestly, how cute. And I even like it with the purple next to it. Oh, I love this corner now. I think maybe because it's the only one with lots of reds and oranges now, and my eyes, well, I mean, I do have red over there. I do have my geraniums over there, but I don't know what it is. It's a darker corner and it just pops, and it's different because it's the Gerbera. So anyway, makes me happy. And then my geranium over here, and then more petunias, and I guess that's verbena. I should really look it up because I keep calling it verbena and maybe it's not. Not sure. I'm not an expert. Okay. We're gonna move this chair back. Okay, let's do that. All right, so the rose is about to open. I can see some buds over there. The lilies. Oh yes, and I forgot to weed over there. I see a bunch of quackgrass growing. The yarrow is trying to poke through. My white salvia is in bloom. These guys are doing good. So yeah, this is my sweet pea in there. It's starting to recover after I wrapped it up after being eaten by the birds, so that's good. So I'll keep it up a little bit more, and hopefully soon I'll be able to take it off completely. These are phlox, these little guys, and I had them started and they're just taking forever to take in, but start growing. But it looks like they're finally starting to grow new leaves. And then so I had them like started, and then I transplanted them here. And then these zinnias, I just put them directly, like the seeds directly in here, and they're doing better and bigger than those phlox. And maybe because they're just bigger plants, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what's happening here. And another look at my geraniums. And then my two bushes, the bulb bushes. And then the vinca vine and the pink petunias are doing good. I did give this edge a little bit of definition around this hosta, and I didn't do the same on that one, even though that one is bigger, so I should probably clean it up a little bit. And I was thinking maybe I'll get some more rocks from my sister-in-law and do some sort of edging around those two mulched areas. This hosta is doing well. And then yeah, so some of the grass grew in and some of it didn't. It's kind of spotty still, but it has been really hot, so I wonder, like I can see in those areas you can really still see the seed. It just did not germinate. It's doing better here, and this is where I usually have my sprinkler. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the sprinkler to that side, because wherever it is, even though it covers the entire area, it uses more water, like flushes more water into that area where the sprinkler actually is. So I'm gonna flip it up and see if I can like moisten that area more, because it's just scorched. It's been hot and we don't get rain until at least Thursday, I think, this week. So I need to help it a little bit, but it is filling in somewhat, so I'm not gonna complain. I cut it, and then I'm gonna move on to that area starting tomorrow. Too tired for it today. I did enough. So just moving along. So here, yeah, maybe I'm just gonna get more rocks from my sister-in-law and just fill this in, because I had nice green evergreen bushes here, and now they're just getting destroyed by Silo and Chucky using it as a bathroom. So yeah, I need to figure something else to do with this area. So there's always an area or two that are struggle, and that's just that this year. This cosmos and petunia and 4 o'clocks here are doing well. And then the clematis, after getting chopped to the ground, is finally starting to grow. And then my yarrow is going to bloom soon, and the salvia is doing it so already. And then I don't even remember, like this is the what is it called, blanket flower, carpet flower. I planted it last year. I bought it on sale. And then this one, I honestly, I don't remember. Was this just an anemone? I don't remember. And then yesterday I got this lamb's ear from Rona, and then I transplanted the salvia from the front because it wasn't doing good beside the hydrangea, and I just planted some zinnia here, and I split up that lily, and then I put one here, so now I have just like a lily box all throughout here. And then my geranium, my perennial geranium, and the hot pink is so cute on it. It's gonna have so many blooms. So once the zinnia starts growing and everything, oh yeah, and I got these daisies from my sister-in-law as well. Once it all grows in, it's going to, or fills in, it's gonna look really nice and start blooming. So, and then yeah, the grape is gonna have so many trusses of fruit. It's unbelievable. So happy about that. Wow, we're gonna have a lot of grape. I did trim this just a bit today. Some of the flyaways, just gonna cut off. Also to give room to my rose just a little bit. Yeah, she's gonna have a lot of blooms this year. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, we're moving along. So I think I also have to water these 3 trees because like the one on the right is kind of drying a little bit. I think they're thirsty. So moving along. This is gonna be one of the longest video tours. Oh yeah, and I also got some ferns from my sister-in-law, so I planted them. The little one barely had any roots, and by the time I came to the west end from south side, I think it just kind of flopped. But this one I think is doing okay. And my hosta over there among the creeping jenny is doing okay, although growing slowly because it barely gets any light, but it's doing okay. And then yeah, we've been eating some radishes here, and I've been eating kale, and even my lettuce is getting chomped on by something, and I can't help it. I can't protect everything, so I eat it, the birds eat it, whatevs. Another spider plant over here, more nasturtiums, and then I did plant some more radish seeds just to see what happens. I never planted radishes over here, so we'll see how they grow. It's a bit of a cooler area because it's mostly in the shade, which is probably not good for the radishes, but it does get some sun. I don't know, I'm just trying. I want to see what happens. I don't have much room in the full sun everywhere, especially for radishes. So there's some rosinias over here in my petunia and sweet potato vine. So yeah, it's all growing nicely here. So this is gonna be the next area that I'm gonna tackle with overseeding. Oh yeah, so Chucky learned how to dig now, so that's new. Now he's gonna be digging. What else? Another look at the herb. I don't know if it even changed much from last week. Waiting for it to grow because so far we've had some cold nights, but the last couple of nights it's been warming up, so hopefully everything's about to just burst into growth. The cherries are loaded. This one and this one just loaded. Raspberries are loaded. These guys are doing good. So we have some cosmos seashells, supposed to be nice and tall, and then lavaterra next to it, so they're supposed to have complementary colors, which I like. We'll see how that grows in. And then more cosmos and zinnia, this time in this spot. And then we have geranium here with the nasturtiums, and then another geranium with the nasturtiums in the hanging pots. A little baby lavaterra in the corner over there, completely in the shade but still surviving. Yeah, so not a whole lot to look at. My poor red currant, that's probably all I'm gonna get if it even survives to maturity. Probably a bad spot to put it in, like it's just too shady in here. It is what it is. So still trying to figure out, maybe I'm just gonna get some hostas and plant here, because yeah, like I have these leftover marigolds, but I mean they're barely growing just because it's like mostly in the shade here, so I have to figure something out. The hosta here is doing good. Okay, hi monkey. All right, so we're gonna go around. Oh yeah, these guys are getting ready. We're gonna go around. Okay, I'm about to get shot with water gun. Don't stop. I'm recording. This is evidence. That's evidence I'm getting shot. Don't. Anyway, I think we were here already, so we're just gonna go around. Now I'm distracted, thanks to my love. I got shot with water. The hostas are doing well. The third one that I had here, it just did not come up, so yeah, it's gone. These guys are doing well. Geraniums. I have been just cutting off some of the leaves of the nasturtium because I want the geranium to get enough light. They need to share the pot. We'll see. And did the same thing here. So my hydrangea cutting is doing so well. This is where the salvia was, the little tiny salvia that I moved to the back. It was here, it wasn't doing well. It was like mostly in the shade. Like there's another one here, but it gets a little bit more light than that little thing was getting. So I moved it out, and plus eventually this hydrangea is gonna grow nice and big and fill up this whole area anyways. So yeah. And then I'm so happy because actually my astilbe is coming back, although very slowly, and it's super tiny right now, but hopefully it will bloom for us. But for now the only thing that's blooming are these two, and I have no clue what they're called. I planted them, but I don't remember. And it's funny because the creeping Jane doesn't really want to grow. Like it's trying everywhere, but it's not doing so well. But over there in that corner, it's really liking it. And it's even growing here under my hosta and hydrangea, and even inside the salvia. Anyway, the hostas are doing okay. So I have like spots here. Oh yeah, because my love was digging here for worms for the baby that he tried to keep, and because he rescued it off the pavement. Anyway, so he was digging for worms. So he, like this ajuga or whatnot that I had here, he just dug it up, but it's coming back. So hopefully he makes it and flowers for me, because it's kind of an empty spot right now. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here. This pot is filling up quite nicely with the petunias and the bacopa. It's looking cute. And then I'm really happy. I'm really happy with these impatiens. Even though they're a different color, they don't really go with anything else, but maybe it's starting to grow on me because it is different. So once all of this is growing and it's like purples and lilacs and white, and then I'm gonna have like this pop of color here, which I'm really starting to dig. And even this cedar that I planted here, and it's second year, because the first one I planted in it, which looked so nice and healthy, didn't survive the winter. And then so I planted this guy last year, and I tried to give it as much water as I could, because this pot is just this marble pot that has no drainage. It's cracked in the back, and the roots of the cedar are filling up the entire pot. It's very tight and it's really hard to water, but I'm trying, and it's actually surviving and growing nice and green, so I'm happy. So yeah, okay, so let's go. So the grass is starting to fill in. We've been trying to water, so I think that's what I'll do as well. I'm gonna put the sprinkler on that side this time and let it water the other way, just to give more water to that corner, because that's the trouble area. And like here under my feet, it feels scorched. Or maybe I even put it here and let it, maybe I'll alternate, I don't know, but this grass needs water. Daylily is going to bloom, which is nice. And the hosta that I planted this year is doing well, and that one as well. And then these guys here, oh yeah, I didn't weed on this, I didn't even notice, so I'll have to take care of that. So the daisy is opening it up. Almost looks like it's going to be yellow, but it's supposed to be just a Shasta daisy. It's just white. The ants are a continuous problem. I don't know, but at least we beat them over here where the spirea is, and it's blooming so nicely. So yeah, so that's what the front looks like. The grass looks pretty green in a camera, but in real life, I mean, it is green, but here it's starting to thin out. Anyway, I keep at it. And then another thing that I'm struggling with is these sun patients. I just have to remember to water them every single day because the leaves crisp up so easily and the flowers, they just waste so easily. So I have to do that. Okay, let's throw this grass here. Another sun patient here, same story. And then all my lilies, the irises are blooming and they smell so divine. Let's have a look at these. Such an exotic, sweet smell. I love it. Okay, so I've been just putting like vegetable, like kitchen scraps here for the soil. Oh shoot, I have to water these guys. I just planted these 3 tomatoes because they got big enough for me to do so. So I need to come back and water it. I totally forgot. I did that just before I started recording. And then here's my comfrey starting to bounce back after I chopped it for some chop and drop. Soon we're gonna have round 2. And then the lily of the valley is going over. And that's that. And then another look into the backyard here. I love how the sun goes through the leaves, the grape leaves. Okay, so now as usual, let's just go back. This is the quick walk back. And that's going to conclude another video for the week. So now all I have to do is just keep everything alive, right? And just take care of the grass. Make sure it's nice and green and looks nice and lush. Hi Chucky, you came out to say hello. Hi Backpack, you're out here too. So Chucky is a flight risk. Chucky, back. Back. I know. Hi baby. This is the one that likes to dig. Yes, we do like to dig. We're being so naughty. All right, hi my baby. So that's that. 2 big reasons why my grass is not growing in the backyard or right here. That's right, especially you. Okay, so that's that. Until next week.